Greetings, wrestling fans. Blue Goblin here, the greatest goblin that ever lived, is here for another wrestling video here on my Blue Goblin X channel. And if you saw the previous video, I talked about the 5 guys who I definitely see winning the WWE Universal Championship. In this video, I'm going to list the 5 guys who I personally want to see win the WWE Universal Championship. Now, there will be a couple of repeats in this list from the previous list, so just be prepared for that. And a couple of these choices may surprise you. They may. Let's get the two most obvious ones out of the way first. Number 1, Seth Rollins. You can't tell me that he's not going to win that title as many times as he's chased it and come up short. I mean, it feels kind of like classic babyface building up. You're building him up to chase that title, and eventually he's going to get it. And this is something that needs to happen. I want to see it happen. And when it happens, it's going to be big. It's going to be big because he's already chased it. As I'm recording this video, he has chased it already 4 times. SummerSlam, on an episode of Raw, Clash of Champions, and Hell in a Cell. He has chased it 4 times and he's come up short every time. And 3 of the times that he's chased it, he's gotten screwed. The first time he chased it, Finn Balor beat it clean. The past 3 times, shenanigans happened and he came up short. This is something I want to see. I want to see him win that title. Now, will he win it at WrestleMania? Maybe not. But it's something that just needs to happen. It needs to happen. I want to see it happen. And who knows? Maybe he'll take it from Triple H. I don't know. Maybe Triple H will find a way to put the belt on himself and he'll win it at WrestleMania. We've seen stranger shit. Number 2, Chris Jericho. Like I said in the last video, Chris Jericho, how can you not have him in the spot that you have him and have him not win that title? This is the most entertaining Jericho we've gotten since 2008, and I think the timing's right. I think he could do a lot with that title. I personally want to see him as the Universal Champion. And, you know, continue on with the shtick that he's got. The list of Jericho, you know, it's like he can come out and say, this is the belt of Jericho. Strap it on, man. Get it. Just get all that cheesiness on.
The pothead? Strap it on, man.
You know, it's like the whole everything of Jericho. He can just say, this is the title of Jericho, the list of Jericho. It's like, and this is the fist of Jericho. It just, I want to see Chris Jericho with that title. I really personally want to see it happen. And I think he could do wonders with that title. I really think he can. All right, now let's get to the 3 choices that I think may surprise you. Number 3, Rusev. I would personally like to see Rusev with this title. I think the only way he can win it at this point, the way they're booking him, he may end up winning the title off of a Money in the Bank cash-in. Or maybe you can really surprise us and have him win the Royal Rumble and then win the title at WrestleMania. That would be a shocker. I wouldn't put it past the WWE to actually do that. I don't think they will. But in all honesty, though, the Universal title is basically just a reincarnation of the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what it basically is. But I think Rusev can be a very powerful heel champion for the Raw brand. He could definitely be a better heel champion than Kevin Owens is, because Kevin Owens may be one of the top heels in that brand, and if not the whole company, yet he constantly gets cheered everywhere he goes. I've seen him trash talk crowds, and they cheer him for it. It's like, because he's such a good worker in the ring, the fans respect that out of him, and no matter how much Kevin Owens heels it up, sometimes the crowds just love it, and they just cheer him anyway. But I think Rusev is one of those guys who can be universally booed and universally despised as a really good heel champion if they book him right. And I would personally love to see that. I would love to see Rusev crush and win that Universal title. I really would. Number 4, Big E. I look at Big E and I see all the tools it takes to make a star. He has a good look. He can talk. He's charismatic. He's universally over. He can sell merch. How can you not go with him? I know it'll probably never happen. And you can even keep the New Day together if you want to. You can keep them together. You can break them up. You can do whatever you want with the New Day. But if either one of those three guys were to hold the Universal title, I would have to go with Big E. Because he would look like a more convincing champion. Xavier Woods, you could probably get away with it. Kofi Kingston, they've had plenty of chances to make him a star, and they've constantly pulled back and they've blown it. I think Kofi Kingston is forever stuck in mid-card hell. No disrespect to him because he's a good talent. He's a solid worker, and I respect the hell out of him. But does he look like a world champion wrestler? Let's be honest. No. Big E has it. I see something in him. Now, there is stuff in the ring that he does in the ring that I wish he would quit doing. His finisher, the big ending, that move sucks. And I hate it when he does that spear through the ropes. I'm surprised he hasn't killed himself on that shit yet. But out of those three guys, Big E is the most logical and my personal choice for I want to see him with a Universal title reign. Now here's where I'm really going to throw you. Number 5. You ready? I'm about to piss you off. Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Braun Strowman is my number 5 pick of guys I want to see with that Universal title. Let me quote the great James E. Cornette. Look at this motherfucker! Look at him! Does this look like a man who's going to be doing arm drags in the second match on the card? I look at this guy, and it's like Batista. It's like Brock Lesnar. It's either main event or nothing. I look at this guy. This guy looks like a wrestler. He has a great look. He's big. He's tough. He's mean. He can work. I know he's not one of the great wrestlers that you all love. He's not a ninja in the ring. He's not 5 feet tall and 100-pound cruiserweight. This guy looks like a wrestler. Big, burly, mean motherfucker who's going to throw people around. And he just looks like a main eventer. He looks like he could be a world champion. So I'm thinking, what the hell you got to lose? Go for it. You've had far worse world champions than him. I would personally love to see him with that Universal title. And don't give me that whole, well, he's a sloppy wrestler. Yeah, I bet you, a lot of you people who think he's a sloppy wrestler, I bet you loved Hogan and you loved Warrior. And they weren't the best wrestlers in the world either, but damn it, they were good in the ring with what they did. They knew how to work that crowd. And I think Braun Strowman, if given him the right tools and the right booking, and if you were to direct this guy in the right way, he could do it. I really personally see that. So there you go. Braun Strowman is my number 5 pick. Do not give me no Sami Zayns. Do not give me any of that stuff. No. Do not give me Bo Dallas. Do not give me any of that. I would rather have Braun Strowman as a Universal Champion than Sami Zayn any day of the week. With all due respect to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is a great wrestler. But if I were running that company, I'd say, okay, here's Braun Strowman. Here's Sami Zayn. Which one is your world champion? I'm going with Braun Strowman. I'm sorry. It's like, well, you can bring Dolph Ziggler to Raw. No. No, absolutely not. But there, Braun Strowman. That's my number 5 pick. And you know what? I hope I pissed y'all off with that. Because he's not Daniel Bryan. He's not CM Punk. He's not Sami Zayn. He's not Dolph Ziggler. You know, I came close to putting Cesaro on this list, but consider him number 6, an honorable mention. Consider him an honorable mention because I kind of like what they're doing with him and Sheamus right now. But there you go, my five guys who I personally want to see win that Universal title. I guess the reason why I didn't put Cesaro on this list because I think he needs to go to SmackDown and win the world title. The WWE World title on the SmackDown brand. I think Cesaro would be a guy who would be better suited on the SmackDown brand than he would be on Raw. That's just my personal opinion. But thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you want to keep tuning in for more. I'm hoping I'll be able to talk about NXT TakeOver Toronto. Either review it or do a predictions video. I don't know as of right now. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see y'all later.